In this video we're looking at 3 learning outcomes. They're all about the parts of plants and animal cells. So we need to identify them, we need to remember their name, identify and recall. Finally, we need to describe what these structures do, their jobs, their functions. You've met most of these at Key Stage 3. The one that you haven't met is ribosomes. So this is going to be a new structure for you to learn about at Key Stage 4. So this micrograph shows a animal cell. It is a white blood cell, and what you need to do is identify the structures, remember their names, and also know what the function of the structure is. So we've got the cell membrane, we've got the cytoplasm inside the cell, we've got the cell nucleus, we've also got in here mitochondria and ribosomes, but they're too small to be seen with this light microscope. I'm not going to read all this out, but it's important that you read the functions of each one of these cell structures. So pause the video and read about those different functions. On this slide I want to tell you about ribosomes. This is a photograph taken from an A-level biology textbook. So some of these structures you don't need to know. We have got on here the mitochondria. They're pretty easy to spot. It's pretty easy to spot the nucleus there as well, and I would think that these are chloroplasts. But the reason for looking at this slide is to look at the ribosomes. So we've got some free floating ribosomes in the cytoplasm, and we've also got some ribosomes attached to this other structure here. So this green structure is known as an endoplasmic reticulum. The ribosomes, as you read on the last slide, they've got a really special role in protein synthesis. So these ribosomes are involved in making proteins, and the ones that you're most likely to come across is the manufacture of enzymes, because enzymes are proteins. So that's what ribosomes do. They make proteins, an example of which would be enzymes. In this slide we've obviously got a plant cell, and a plant cell has some additional structures in it. So we know that all cells have a cell membrane, have a cytoplasm, have a nucleus. All cells will also have these structures here. They'll all have mitochondria. All cells will also have ribosomes, because cells need to be able to synthesize proteins, so all cells will have ribosomes too. But what a plant cell has, in addition to the animal cell structures, are the cell wall, chloroplasts, if this particular plant cell contains chloroplasts, if it's a cell that's involved in photosynthesis, and it's also got a permanent vacuole. So it's important to read the functions for those cell structures. So just to recap, we've identified and remembered the names of the parts of plants and animal cells. We've also looked at the functions, and a particular focus for us was the ribosomes.